Dear students, Assalamu alaikum, and today we are going to study chapter number 6, Work and Energy, and our topic is wind energy. Students, in last lecture we have studied the energy from sun. That energy from sun was also a renewable kind of energy, and this wind energy is also a renewable kind of energy, because we know that wind energy is not limited, it is limitless, it is everywhere. So what is wind energy? Students, wind energy is used for centuries. It was used to power sailing ships. It was used to power a big sailing ships in the oceans. It was used to power power plants. It was used to grind grains. You see, in European countries, windmills are used to grind grains and for the production of electricity. A large number of windmills are grouped together, and when a large number of windmills are grouped together in a large place, that place is known as wind farm. And in that farm, that windmills are used to grind grains, and they are also used to produce electricity, and that electricity is enough to operate a power plant. Now students, in Pakistan, in our country Pakistan, in Karachi at Gwadar Bay, there is a wind farm, and in that wind farm, wind energy is used to grind grains, but it is also used to produce electricity. But that electricity production is not enough. It is on a very small scale. So the theme of this topic is wind energy is used for centuries. It is used for sailing ships, grind grains, production of electricity. Wind energy is unlimited, and this energy is free of pollution. There is no pollution in using this kind of energy. And also, wind energy is used to grind grains, to pump water in the production of electricity. And wind energy is easy to use. Wind energy is used to run wind turbines, and that wind turbines are connected to the electric generators, and those wind turbines are also connected to the grinding machines. So when the wind blows, wind turbines are driven. So some part of wind energy is used in the production of electricity, and some part of the wind energy is used in grinding grain. Students, in USA, in United States of America, windmills produces 1300 megawatt of electricity. Also in Europe, a lot of European countries produce 100 of megawatts of energy, 100 of megawatts of electrical energy from wind energy by using windmills. So students, our next topic is geothermal energy. Now, what is geothermal energy? Students, you know that our earth, in some parts of the earth, we have hot water from geysers and hot springs. Students, we know that deep down in the earth, there is a molten form of stuff is present, which is known as magma. Water reaching close to that magma gains a high temperature, due to which it converts itself into the steam. So that kind of energy, the energy we are gaining from the molten form magma, that kind of energy is known as geothermal energy. Geo means earth and thermal means heat. So the heat we are getting from the earth is known as geothermal energy. I have told you that in some places, deep down in the earth, there is a molten form of hot stuff, which is known as magma. Whenever water reaches that magma, due to the high temperature of magma, it converts itself into the steam. So how can we obtain this geothermal energy from deep down the earth? So students, in places where that hot rocks, where that magma is not very deep, we can build a geothermal well. Well, we know that we all have witnessed, we all have seen well of water, but this is a geothermal well. We are going to drill in that place where magma is not very deep. We are going to build a geothermal well where magma is not deep. Then we are going to push water into that well. Pushing water into that well. This is second point. First point is we have to build a geothermal well. Second point is we are going to push water into that well. When water goes into that well, due to the high temperature of the magma and the hot rocks, the temperature of the water rises. Then water will convert itself into steam. Then this steam expands and comes to the surface. Steam will expand and come to the surface of the well. And then steam expands and then comes to the surface of the well. And then that steam is used to warm houses, to warm offices. Also, this heat and this steam can also be used for the production of electricity. So students, we have energy from biomass. And what is biomass? First we have to see what is biomass. Students, plants and animals waste can be burnt as a fuel. And that fuel, when we burn cow dung or buffalo dung, or when we burn dead plants, then the burning of dead plants using as a fuel is known as biomass. You can say that animals and plants waste, their waste material, when this is burnt as fuel, so this is known as biomass. Now there are many other kinds of biomass like garbage. We can also burn garbage. That is also biomass, energy from biomass. We can also burn sugar cane. We can also burn other dead plants and dead animals. Students, industries that use forest products, they get their half of electricity from burning bark, the outer skin of stem. They burn bark, and from that bark and other wood waste, they burn it and they produce half of their electricity for themselves. Similarly, a lot of animal waste and plant waste can be burned and used as an energy. Students, when animals and plant waste decomposed, or you can say that when dead animals and dead plants decompose, they produce a mixture of carbon dioxide and methane. And one important process of making or producing electricity is that by burning methane, we can produce a large amount of electricity. So this is also a kind of energy from biomass, that animals and plant waste decompose, they produce carbon dioxide and methane, and then methane can be used to produce electricity. So students, this was energy from biomass, and in this lecture we have studied wind energy, geothermal energy, and energy from biomass. Thank you so much.